guys, so I've already cleaned and moisturized my face, and I'm going to take a black eyeliner and sort of map out where I want the teeth. So I'm just kind of drawing lines throughout my lips, and then um, extending the smile out how far I want the teeth to go out, and then just continue drawing the lines until you are happy with how it looks. And then for the cheekbones, there's like a hollowing in the cheek. There's a skeleton picture that I liked, and I just liked that they made a hollowing out of the skull on the cheek. So I'm kind of slowly mapping it out. You don't have to be too precise with this. Just, it could be a little bit sloppy. So just follow what I'm doing, but as you can see, I'm just sort of doing like a weird squiggly hollowed out cheek. And it's okay if you mess up or you're not happy with the shape. You can go ahead and wipe it off since there's nothing else additional on our face like you can see I'm doing here. Just take your time and it all comes together. It may look weird now, but when you paint your face, it all comes together in the end. So for the hollowed out eyes, I'm just going to take a black liner pencil and sort of sketch out a circle around my eyes, kind of using my eyebrows as a reference. It makes it so much easier to draw out a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect because nobody's eye sockets are actually perfect, but just the eyebrows kind of help you get a general shape. And then for the nose, I kind of just did a weird roundabout cutout of how I think a skull nose should look. Then took a NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Milk and just kind of filled in the spaces between the lines of the teeth and just filled it in with the white. And then I'm going to take a brush and just blend out and smudge out that white so it's not so harsh and looks a little bit more like teeth. And then don't worry too much about if it's perfect. I find that the more messy it looks, the better and actually more realistic it looks. We have a need to kind of want to structure everything, but the messier the better. So now I'm going to draw out this skeleton on my chest. It's a little bit hard to explain what I'm doing, but if you can just see and follow along. I originally did mess up, so I just took a tissue or makeup wipe and just wiped it off. That's okay. You can start it over. The good thing about the wipe, the white is that you can just, it's easy to clean up. So I am going to just draw out a few little of the bones on my neck and chest. I will leave a image of a link to the image that I used down below. It's just basically a stencil picture that I kind of copied and got my ideas from. It makes it so much easier to just look back and see how to draw it out instead of just going freehand. I couldn't do that. So I will link it down below, but we're just mapping out the skeleton, so hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of roughly drawing out everything, and then we're going to fill everything in afterwards. Then went in with the Mayron face paint palette. Any white face paint or black face paint will work for this, but I just prefer this particular brand. So I'm just going to fill in the white, and I'm kind of alternating between a brush and a sponge to see which one works better. Honestly, the brush worked and felt like it covered more and it looked more even. So I'm just kind of filling in all of the blank space around my face. For the bones on your neck, I just went in with a little bit of a more precise brush and filled those in with white. We're going to go in and add shading to it later to look a little bit more realistic, but just fill them in for now. So after we filled in all of the white, I'm going to go in with a Bobbi Brown shadow stick, and this is just a cream stick, and I'm just kind of loosely applying a big gray circle around my eyes. You don't have to do this, but I just wanted something there as a base because I wanted to add more depth when I add the black paint and shadow and all of that. So I just thought that the gray would add a little bit more depth when I filled in everything and shaded everything later. Just go in with a brush and blend out some of the edges of that gray. It doesn't have to be even, it just makes it easier when we go back in later with the paint and shadow. And then go in and fill in and color everything else in with black face paint. So as I was filling in all of the black paint in some of the spaces, I didn't realize that my camera had stopped recording. So basically all I did was just finish painting the rest of my body everywhere where there wasn't white, black. So on my cheekbones I filled it in, and then also on my chest I just filled around all the white bones that we drew out and filled in. And then just as an added touch, I went in and painted my ears white. And then for shading, I used the Morphe 35B palette, but any black or white eyeshadow will do. You just need black and white eyeshadows to do the shading. Just took the white eyeshadow on a fluffy brush and kind of just blended it around the edges of where I put the black face paint just to soften it up and not make it look so harsh. And then I'm doing that the same to my eyes, pretty much just anywhere that I applied the black face paint. For my eyes, I took some black eyeshadow, and I'm just kind of roughly blending this around. The good thing about this look is that you can be as messy as you want, and it would still look really, really cool. So I'm just taking the black shadow and just blending it around, kind of avoiding my lid area and right directly underneath my eyes. Skip this next step and just fill in your entire eye with black, but I wanted some more depth, so I added this shimmery mauve color that was in the palette, and it just placed that directly on my lid and underneath my eye and lash line. And then just went back in with the black brush and just smoothed it out, blending the two colors together. For the cracks and shading that are around the skull and on the bones on your chest, I kind of just took a black eyeshadow and a small definer brush instead of just creating squiggly lines everywhere and then just blending it out and fixing and adding everywhere that I just wanted to. As you can see, there was no rhyme or reason for where I placed everything. You kind of just have to go with what you feel and just what you think looks nice. I then went back in with some black eyeshadow and a really small brush and just kind of defined those black lines that were we had drawn for the teeth. And then also shaded in a little bit on the insides of my mouth to make it look a little bit more hollow and dark. And then I felt like my neck just seemed a little bit bare, like there's just empty space there. So I decided to draw in a few more bones and then fill them in. And then just repeat the steps you did earlier, fill it in with white paint, and then go in once it's dry with a little bit of black shadow to add a little bit of cracks into the bone to make them look a little bit more natural. Since it's Halloween, I decided to be a little bit extra and add glitter to my eyes. So I took the pressed glitter by Glitter Injections, and I took the antique color and pressed that onto my lids. I'm not going to lie, this glitter was a little bit hard to work with. I think it's a little bit more better suited to be a body glitter, but I just felt like adding glitter was fun, and it looked really beautiful with this look and added some depth. So I just pressed that onto my lids and then blended it out a little bit. And make sure you use a glitter glue so you don't get fallout. And then for lashes, I'm using the Allure lashes in the shade Exaggerate. They're like my favorite Halloween lash. And also with the glitter, these lashes were still pretty hard to apply. So I maybe would suggest applying the lashes first and then going in with the glitter. And that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you have fun recreating it. I will list everything down below. I had so much fun wearing this and I got a lot of compliments, and it's kind of hauntingly fun. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Happy Halloween, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!